It is Sunday and it is the second time I'm going to attempt to film this video. I actually wanted to film it as a vlog so that I was going to answer questions throughout this video. I tried to film a little bit while I was doing my makeup, but I just feel like it's more calm and I give you some proper answers if we are sitting like this. And also my energy level is not really on top. I've had 4 hours of sleep and I'm on day 2 of that, so I'm just tired. So grab yourself something to drink. I am trying to get lots of water these days, so I'm having some cold water, but I would recommend iced coffee if you have anything like that. It tastes amazing. So cheers. I've been debating a little bit with myself if I should fill you in about what has been going on over the last week, but I can see that your questions are gonna lead up to that. So with the first one, like, we can just as well get started. This has been getting like 3 likes, and I'm just really curious about the guy that you're seeing. Hope you can tell us a little bit more. So the reason, or one of the main reasons why I've been feeling low and confused inside my head this week is because it's coming to an end. We are both basically just waiting for the other person to pull the trigger and to end this, because I think over the last couple of weeks it's become really clear to us that we are just 2 very different people, and it's gonna be too difficult for us to combine our lifestyles and our values. I started seeing this guy on the 13th of March when Denmark shut down. We had our first date on the day that everything shut down. It was super duper weird, and we kind of just decided to become like a corona couple, not in the way that we were official, just that we decided to see each other and let each other be a part of like the small collection of people that you were allowed to see in the first like stage where it was like really bad and we closed down completely. So yeah, we've been seeing each other since the middle of March, and I think after Denmark opened up again and everything got pretty much back to normal, it's about time to either make some kind of commitment or to realize that that's not gonna work. And I think we are at a point where it's not gonna work. He is very much of a, like, what's really great about him is that he made me really calm. Like, I felt so calm when I was with him, but his lifestyle is also really calm. Like, he's partying a lot, drinking a lot, and my life is just a lot more like structured and serious in the way that I am self-employed. So if I don't work as hard as I can, my dream is not going to build up to a point where I can like just sit back a little bit more and be a little bit more calm and confident that everything is going to be okay. Like, I'm still in the beginning stage. I just opened up a physical store half a year ago, and there's so much work that needs to be done. So we're just at very different stages. He has been single for a year. I've been single for 4 years now, or almost 4 years. So there are just some things that, like with values and the way that we live, that are going to be very difficult for us to combine. And it hurts, and it's been hurting this week. So yeah, that's unless something like a miracle is gonna happen or something very unexpected, it's probably it. Another question that's been getting a lot of likes is that I want to know what was the full-time job with the stable income you did, and also how did you get into the money issue with the company. Okay, that's 2 different questions, but it wasn't a full-time job with the stable income. It was a job I had where I did work for someone 15 hours a week every single week. So it was the only like stable income in the way that I knew that I had that job every single month, and that gave me some kind of security. It was definitely the job that gave me the biggest income. It has been for a couple of years now. I have been used to having a combination of 4 jobs. I've been working in a thrift shop, which I don't really do anymore. I don't really get any, I don't take any shifts. And then I have been running the web shop. I've been working the freelance graphic designer, photographer job that I just talked about, and then YouTube and Instagram. So I've been used to having like a lot of things in the works all at once. But from the 1st of March, from the 1st of August, meaning yesterday for me, that was my first day having all of my income being from sources that I have full control over myself, which means that I now have to work really hard because I have no other income places where I'm sure that I'm gonna get, you know, this every single hour that I work. I know that I'm gonna get this in payment. It's just all very blurry now, and it's all up to me. And it's the first month in my life that I've been 100% my own boss, and that is freaky thought, and we're not gonna dig into that because I can't deal with it. So that was the stable income. It was not a full-time job. It was 15 hours a week, but it was just the only income I was sure to have on my bank account every single month. The other part of that question was about the company that has been harassing me since January. And to give you some details, it's been really stressful. Definitely one of the most challenging things this year. But in January, a company called me. I just opened up the boutique. I was very much in a headspace where I thought, we're just gonna kick some ass. I'm gonna work so hard like I've never done before, and we're gonna get this up and running. And they called me in the middle of that feeling. I was alone, like I had nobody to talk to. I was the only person in the company, and they were like, they trick people. So they know exactly what they're doing. They are like giving you all of this energy, and they tell you how amazing everything is gonna be if you sign up, and they're gonna help you with your marketing, your Facebook ads, your Instagram ads. And they have like these examples of companies that they've helped where they're just like really doing well now. And they caught me in a moment, and in that moment on the phone, I was not aware of the fact that they wanted me to sign a contract like on my email pretty much the same second, and after I'd signed that, I was completely locked into a contract that was really difficult to get out of again, because as soon as I had signed, I had like 7 days where I could decline or say that I wanted to get out. I would have to pay the first rate, but then I would be able to get out after the first, like if I said I wanted to get out within the first 7 days. But the problem is that the company wanted all of our conversations to be over the phone, and in the beginning I didn't really think about that, but after it became very clear to me that when I told them on the phone that I didn't want the contract to continue, they of course didn't listen to me, and then after the 7 days they could just say that they didn't have any emails from me or anything with that information in it. So therefore I was kept into a contract for a long time. I had no idea what I was going to do. After a short period of time they stopped answering my emails, like they simply just ignored me, but they kept sending me new invoices. So I got new invoices I had to pay. It was about $500 every single time, and I had no clue what I was going to do about it. So it was not until May, I kept like thinking that they were going to get back to me and that we could clear this. But in May, I faced it. I was like, it's not gonna be something I can take care of myself. So I contacted a lawyer, and she told me that this could potentially become really, really expensive depending on how they were going to react. And I was so nervous. I felt so bad about everything, and I thought, if this is going to be the end of the company, then that is my own fault. I felt like such an idiot. But I found this lawyer, and we agreed that she was going to send them an email, and we were going to see how they were going to reply, which we did, and we never heard back from them. They just ignored her. Kept sending me invoices for a little bit, and then I emailed them that we were not going to have any contact anymore. All of the contact were going to be through my lawyer. And after that email, we never heard from them again. Like, I didn't get any more invoices. I guess they deleted me from their system, and they never ever answered the lawyer either. So we just agreed that if they were going to get back in contact with me, we would start the case again. But until then, we would say, okay, that was it. And 2 hours of work from a lawyer, guys. That was like $600. If that's even enough. It was absolutely crazy. So the worst part of all of that is not even the money. It is how awful I felt and how stupid and small I felt that they tricked me. And also the fact that I now don't answer the phone anymore. I'm so afraid that something like this could happen again. And just there being a number that I don't know who is from that's calling me, it just gives me all of the fright within me. So uncomfortable. But luckily it's over, and I think I made it through okay. It was just really hard mentally. I had so many nights where I found it hard to fall asleep, and I was just so hard on myself for that. But yeah, we're through. Cheers to that too. What is it like owning your own store and being dependent on something that is solely based off your hard work? It is so scary. And also, I think one of the typical Elise things is that I always think that pinks. One of the typical Elise things is that I always think these major things that they're going to be temporary. I still think that this is probably not going to work out. It's probably not going to be a long-term thing, because how would I be able to pull that through? So I always think that there's going to be an end where I have to go out and get a normal job, be hired somewhere. So I try to enjoy it, but I'm so scared that it's all just gonna end. Honestly, it's something I always work with. I never really think that something that I have created can last. And that it's the same with everything. It's the same with my Instagram or my YouTube account. I always think at some point it's gonna end and people won't really like you anymore. I don't know. It's just the way that I look at myself and my worth. I don't know what's wrong, but I tend to do that. It's really horrible, actually. Now let's try and take some shorter questions. What is your favorite part of your vintage business? It's definitely styling the vintage clothes, going through it, styling it and photographing it. I think that is so much fun. How is your boutique doing amid the COVID mess? I hope you're doing okay. Hugs. It was so strange when everything shut down, and I think personally I freaked out a lot. It was so stressful that instead of just going home and thinking we're just gonna see what's gonna happen, I decided to work even harder. I am lucky that I work alone, So I was used to working in this way where we had to keep distance, because I could just close the physical store and then just work even harder on the web shop, which was what I did. So there are like financial support that you can get here in Denmark in case your company has been struggling under COVID-19. But I have not been needing any of that, which I am so grateful for, because I can see I'm a part of a Facebook group, and I can see that so many companies has been like really stressed out and also just like getting this financial support. And now there's some chats going on about maybe you have to pay some of it back, and it's just, I'm so happy that I didn't have to go through that stress as well, and that I just managed to just kick ass and pull through under COVID-19. Like, it's not over, obviously, it's still going on, but so far I've pulled through, and I'm just so happy and so grateful, because obviously it's also thanks to so many of you guys that has been supporting and been purchasing something throughout this whole process. And yeah, it's been so crazy, but that is one of the things I'm most like proud about this year, when we've just talked about this horrible company that's been harassing me and I feel so shitty about it. This is something I feel really proud about. So what are your future goals? Greetings from Croatia. That's really difficult. Okay, I'm just gonna like I would like to own a house someday and have a garden and a greenhouse. I would obviously like to meet the love of my life, and then I would in the future like to only have vintage pieces and Bohemian Wonders' own designs in the boutique. So I am working towards having like vintage and then our own production only, which is gonna be like far in the future. So it's only if it all works out, like, and we're still there in like 5 years time, because it's such a slow process that like all the designs are gonna come from me, and then having samples made, that we're gonna find the right fabric, maybe get the right fabric created. All of that, it just takes such a long time, but that is definitely a goal for the future. I would be so proud. And yeah, I think the house, finding the love, and then continue growing the business would definitely be cool. I don't feel like I managed to answer that many questions. I think my answers were so long, but it's just the type of questions you've asked me, and they're wonderful, but I think they all need a proper long answer. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you now understand like some of the things that's been going on this year that I haven't shared with you before. Getting scammed was a big deal for a long time, and this past week has very much to do with this guy that is probably over with. So I hope that you now like understand what's going on, and hope that you enjoyed this small video that I felt like I needed to make before I could get back into the swing again. Like, I feel like I needed to tell you some of these things, especially with this guy, since I've mentioned him so many times on my YouTube channel, that I felt the need to let you know that it's over, so that I don't keep seeing comments asking how it's going when it has obviously ended. So I'll probably get back on Tinder very soon, and it's not something I want to do really, but also that's a whole other video. But thank you so much for watching this one, and thank you for being so loving and supportive always. It just means a lot. So yeah, gonna see you all very soon, hopefully. I'll try to pull through and get better and get some sleep. And thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye guys.